What if I told you that 99% of everything you think you know about skincare is actually making your skin worse? I'm about to expose the dark side of an industry that's built on keeping you dependent, insecure, and constantly buying products you don't actually need. What I'm about to share with you will probably shock you, but it might also save your skin and your wallet. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The skincare industry has become a billion-dollar machine that profits from your insecurities. Every day, hundreds of thousands of people are flying to places like Turkey for cheap cosmetic procedures, slathering on products with ingredients they can't pronounce, and following routines that are actually damaging their skin barrier. And the worst part? Most of it is completely unnecessary. Let me start with something that's going to blow your mind. That expensive hyaluronic acid moisturizer you've been using religiously, it might actually be making your skin drier. Here's why nobody tells you this. When you rub hyaluronic acid on your skin, it acts like a sponge and draws moisture into itself. But here's the problem. Your skin has two layers, and hyaluronic acid naturally exists in the deeper layer called the dermis. When you rub it on the surface, it can't actually penetrate to where it needs to be. So what happens? If you're in a humid environment, it might draw some moisture from the air. But if you're in a normal indoor environment, it actually pulls moisture from the deeper layers of your skin up to the surface, where it evaporates. This is why the day you forget to put on your moisturizer, your skin suddenly feels incredibly dry. Think about it logically. If your moisturizer was actually hydrating you, why would skipping it for one day leave you feeling parched? This creates what I call the moisturizer trap. You use a product that temporarily makes your skin feel good when you apply it, but actually disrupts your skin's natural ability to stay hydrated. So you become dependent on it. The companies love this because it means you'll keep buying their products forever. But the skincare industry's dark side goes way deeper than just ineffective products. Let's talk about the medical tourism boom that's literally killing people. In the past 5 years alone, at least 28 British women have died from cosmetic surgeries in Turkey. 28 women who just wanted to feel confident in their own skin. Take Morgan, a 20-year-old who struggled with her weight and was tired of being bullied. She found an agency online promising gastric sleeve surgery for a third of the UK price. What she didn't know was that this agency was basically just a name on a mailbox in Zurich. The clinic had dozens of complaints online, and the doctor who operated on her was actually a hemorrhoid specialist who didn't even speak English. Morgan died from a severe infection just days after her surgery. Her mother said something that haunts me. She was so full of promise, she hadn't even begun to live life yet. This is what happens when profit margins matter more than patient safety. The competition in medical tourism has become so fierce that clinics are cutting corners everywhere. They're renting operating rooms to unqualified doctors, discharging patients too early, and providing zero aftercare. One clinic director actually told investigators, "We only rent them the operating room. The doctor is not one of ours." Can you imagine the lack of accountability? But it's not just surgical procedures. Even regular skincare has a dark side that most people never see. The truth is, there are really only 3 or 4 ingredients that have solid scientific evidence behind them. Everything else is basically expensive marketing. Here's what actually works, according to decades of research. First, moisturizer, but not the hyaluronic acid kind I mentioned earlier. You want something that supports your skin barrier with ingredients like ceramides. Second, broad-spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30, used every single day. This is probably the most important thing you can do for your skin. Third, a retinoid, which is the closest thing we have to a miracle ingredient for anti-aging and acne. That's it. 3 things. Not the 12-step Korean skincare routine that influencers are pushing. Not the snail slime face masks or the LED therapy devices. Just 3 evidence-based products that together cost less than $30. But here's why you don't hear this simple message very often. There's no money in telling people they only need 3 affordable products. Skincare companies make billions by convincing you that you need specialized serums for every possible concern. Morning routine, evening routine, weekly treatments, seasonal adjustments, it's all designed to keep you buying. I'd seen dermatology residents get free samples from companies like CeraVe and Cetaphil for years. Then naturally, when patients ask for recommendations, they suggest the products they're familiar with. It's not necessarily because these products are the best. It's because the marketing departments are smart enough to get their products into the hands of future doctors. The influencer economy has made this even worse. Content creators get offered thousands of dollars for a single skincare review. Even with my relatively small following, I get weekly emails offering me $4,000 or $5,000 to review products. The pressure to keep churning out content means creators have to find new products to review constantly, even when they've already covered everything that actually matters. This has created a generation of skincare enthusiasts who think they need 15 different products and spend hours researching the molecular structure of peptides. But here's the thing. Your skin evolved over millions of years to take care of itself. It has fibroblasts that produce hyaluronic acid naturally, sebaceous glands that create protective oils, and a complex barrier system that regulates moisture. The best skincare routine supports these natural processes instead of trying to replace them. Think about it this way. You don't eat pre-made organs. You eat raw ingredients like proteins and carbohydrates that your body uses to build what it needs. Your skin works the same way. Give it the building blocks it needs, and it will create the perfect balance for your individual skin type. But the industry doesn't want you to know this because there's no profit in teaching you to trust your body's natural wisdom. Instead, they create problems that don't exist and sell you solutions you don't need. Enlarged pores, which are completely normal. Skin texture, which everyone has. The need for anti-aging products when you're 22 years old. Social media has made this infinitely worse by creating impossible beauty standards. Filtered, edited, professionally lit skin becomes the baseline that everyone thinks is normal. This creates a collective body dysmorphia, where even minor imperfections feel like major problems that need to be fixed with products or procedures. The medical tourism industry exploits this insecurity ruthlessly. They target young people on social media with before and after photos that are often fake or heavily manipulated. They offer payment plans and package deals that make dangerous procedures seem like vacation packages. And when things go wrong, patients have almost no legal recourse because they're in a different country dealing with a different legal system. Even when procedures don't result in death, the psychological damage can be devastating. The solution isn't to ban medical tourism or eliminate all skincare products. Many procedures are performed safely, and there are excellent doctors in countries like Turkey. The problem is the lack of regulation, accountability, and honest information. Here's what you need to know to protect yourself. First, if a skincare routine requires more than 4 products, it's probably marketing, not medicine. Second, no skincare product should cost more than $30 because the active ingredients can always be formulated affordably. Third, if you're considering any cosmetic procedure, research the actual doctor who will be performing it, not just the clinic or agency. Most importantly, remember that your skin doesn't need to be perfect to be beautiful. The minor imperfections that the beauty industry tells you to fix are often just signs of a life well lived. Laugh lines from years of joy, sunspots from outdoor adventures, texture that shows you're human, not a filtered image on Instagram. Your future self will thank you more for protecting your skin with sunscreen and supporting its natural functions than for spending thousands of dollars chasing an impossible standard of perfection. Real skincare isn't about transformation, it's about preservation and protection. The dark side of skincare isn't just about bad products or dangerous procedures. It's about an industry that profits from making you feel inadequate about your natural appearance. But now that you know the truth, you have the power to make informed decisions that prioritize your health and well-being over corporate profits. Take care of your skin, but more importantly, take care of yourself. You deserve to feel confident and beautiful exactly as you are, and no product or procedure can give you something you don't already have inside you.